Alright, guys. Shopify Rebellion Scarlett in the top right side of the map. One of the funnest CVT players in the world. Unfortunately, she's on Tourmaline, a map which I think is very hard for Zerg. And more importantly, she's playing CLEM. I think this map pool's quite hard for ZVT in general. So playing against CLEM, the big daddy of TVZ, it's an uphill battle. But I'm hoping Scarlett can pull out some clever builds, some fun strats, and hopefully put him on the defensive. I'm also hoping Clem's a little bit sleepy. I'm hoping his mouse runs out of batteries. I'm hoping he didn't have his coffee tonight. It is very late, excuse me, as I burp into the microphone in France. I'm hoping that he's just slightly off his play or tiltable in one way or another. I normally think the Mass Hydra build is one of the best anti-Clem builds out there. Problem? Scarlett invented that build, and now everyone's copied it. Raynor, Serral, everyone have been spamming that build against Clem. Guess what? He's got really good against it. One of his favorite ways to counter that build, if he senses it's coming, is to do a fast tank push, Maru style. 2 tanks, 30 Marines with stim combat shields and 1-1. Hitting at about 7-15. That's a hard push to stop when you're going for the Mass Hydra build. And these maps aren't as big as the Tokamak and stuff from the last map pool, the Maganatha, the Tokamak, where that build really excelled. So I think it's going to be a tough one. But we'll see what Scarlett can pull out. So far, she loses a Zergling. That's no big loss. And she goes for the middle hatchery. Well, she's playing roaches. Yeah, she's going to play roaches, guys. There's no ifs or buts about it. You do not take that third when you play Lingbane. She builds a Spore, cancels it. Plays a little bit overly safe with the Spore trick, but that's fine. Better safe than sorry. I've seen so many top Zergs lose drones to the Clem's Reaper recently. I'm glad she's not taking that risk. Now, Clem is going Ultra Virgin style, guys. He's going 3rd Command Center here. Before Hellion Banshee, I think ever since Solar beat him in that finals of the PiGosaur Weekly by crushing his 2-gas, 2-base aggression, Clem basically has just gone back to his 3 Command Center builds, which is a shame because it is a bit dull in the opening. Like, he was having so much fun still beating people with 2-gas aggro openings that were very dynamic. Solar shut it down one tournament, and now he's just back to playing the same old stuff, which, I mean, you can't hate him. He's a competitive player. You do what wins, right? I kind of blame Solar, guys. How dare he beat Clem in that one series? How dare he? Solar's too good at certain things. Wait, there's Ling Speed on the way. What are we doing? She did play Ling Speed on this map earlier into roaches, but not with the front 3rd hatchery. She's going to flood Lings, potentially. She's going to 15 Lings pretty early. Oh god, drones in the open. Oh gosh, Skull. She's only got 4 queens. Ling Speed's not quite here. She does lose 1 drone only. I don't know how she only lost 1 drone. And those Hellions are going to get surrounded, but it's what these 2 can achieve on the front. That's the real question. She needs to go cover that front base. He's not really watching it, though. 3 drones in total. It's not the end of the world, but it did delay her droning. She's had to build a few more Lings. She's got to get on top of this. Last starts up. What's she doing, guys? Okay, Roach Warren and 2 more gases go down now. I think she's just going to try and play double upgrade Roach off of Queen Zergling opening, which I guess is fair. No Spore Crawler. It's 4:45. Spore Crawler starts smack bang, perfectly timed. Only 4 queens, though. She's got 2 more building right now. Oh, that's a good wraparound, but of course, Clem's Hellions come pre-lubricated, apparently. Didn't realize Groundskeeper Willie was inside each one of those. Lube me up. Grease me up. Banshee's gonna come in, get a Zergling, but not too much. Spores should be finishing a few seconds late. Clem might find a few drones here, seeing that Spore Crawler's not ready, and he goes, oh, didn't expect this discount bargain deal. Spore Crawler's gonna come up, and he will get pushed back, but 2 or 3 drones, not too bad. I think Scarlett's in a playable position. Unfortunately, she's playing Clem. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, playable positions really fine against Scarlett, for Scarlett against anyone. Against Clem, I don't know if playable's good enough. Then again, his 1-1 upgrades are ridiculously late, which is good, because it gives her time to start Evo Chambers. She's going roaches, she's building more Lings, she's going all in. She's gonna make... Oh, she's gonna make an Overseer. It's a Queen Ravager Ling all in. She's Queen walking Clem right now. Whoa! Okay, but he sees it early. He starts a bunker. He does have a siege tank out, and that's going to be huge. Tank on the high ground is going to... I think you should put it on the low ground. I don't think you should have it on the high ground. Maybe here would be really good, or over here somewhere. You got to have it far back from the wall. He's putting it... It's kind of dicey, that positioning. So she's got queens for the anti-Banshee. She's got Ravagerling behind. She builds double Evo now, so she realizes this is probably not going to win the game. Oh, in fact, she's not even aiming to win the game. This is purely to force him to stay off for third base. Oh! And he leaves 4 SCVs in the open. She's literally just spreading creep outside of his base with 44 Lings and 3 Ravagers. This is not even a commitment, guys. Yes, her upgrades are delayed. Yes, this is a pretty good commitment. She's using... This is a creep outpost. She's literally walking across the map to take a crap outside his base where she can spread a creep outpost from. And behind this, she's got a 4th coming up. She's got 2 more gases. Double upgrades are very delayed. I mean, it's not like it's just like, oh, you're so far ahead, because his upgrades are going to be miles ahead of hers. She's massing Lings. I think she's going to play melee Carapace. She still would like us around these Marines, but I think there's enough Medivacs to maybe pick him up. Oh, the Banshees are a real problem. Catches a bunch of Scarlett's Ravagers. Overseer and Queens will come back to defend now. Oh, almost gets another Ravager. Oh, one of the Banshees goes down. That's good. Okay, Clem reasserts control, gets his 3rd saturated. She's got melee Carapace, but she's down 2 whole upgrades. Infestation Pit's coming down now. I think if she was already at 75 workers, I'd like this position. But I think she was trying to set up the creep, have him get a bit too antsy, move out, and then the 8 Ravagers and the Lings would flood in, surround the Marines, drop biles on the tanks, as well as maybe 1 or 2 on the Marines in the clumps, and try to overwhelm. Especially if she could have hit pre-1-1, but because the Banshees looped around, caught the Ravager rally, and forced her back, it felt like her plan didn't fully come to fruition. Luckily for her, the armory's been delayed by all this distraction, so that gives a bit more time for her 1-1 to, you know, close the gap a little bit. And Clem is going to go straight to 5 command centers. So Clem is basically saying, this game's weird. I don't know if I have a push timing. I think my best bet is to drag it out to late game because I'm not really sure how ahead or behind I am. And it's not a bad call. I mean, ghosts are broken, so... I do think this map's not the best for turtling. You get 5 bases pretty compact, but your 6th base on the bottom right is very spread apart. That being said, where the hell is Zerg going to expand? What, are they going to mine your corner out? These corners are so vulnerable. It's pretty damn hard to play late game on this map as Zerg because there's not enough bases. Scar's got a really clever strategy this game. Oh, the Bile Fungal goes for the Medivacs, but he dodges. Good move. Good move by Clem to dodge that. Now he's going to try and siege down here with his tank Sizzy, or maybe from here. Those tanks are super exposed, but she doesn't have the vision. Oh, she does actually. She's got creep there. Oh, she's going to... Oh my god, Banespeed's not ready though. Oh my god, this is an awkward fight angle. She does bile 2 tanks down. She's got to get out of there. Run, Scarlett! She lands a sick fungal. But the Ling Bane not really landing. Those siege tank shots pretty brutal. That's a lot of damaged Marines right now. Clem is going to shove deep on creep. Oh, wow. He's going to get her 4th. Ravagers could pick off a few of these. The Bile Spready's not bad. Almost walks back into it. More Banelings, Roaches, and Lings are building right now. It's 1-1 against 1-1. Upgrades are even. She's going to try and break this Marine position. The Medivacs are too good. The Bane's coming in just a little too late. The Biles are good, though. The Banelings getting stuck behind the Roach Ravager and trickling in one at a time, though. That's always so tragic, isn't it? That's the one thing I hate about Roach Ravager Baneling, guys. The Banelings always get stuck behind. She accidentally attacked her own queen for a second there. But I think Clem here, he's just so good at the dance. You know, she had a really clever strategy, but he's just so good at the dance. His micro, his speed, and the way he just gets advantages in all the little engagements, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, even Lambo said, what? I feel pretty confident that I can beat anyone with the right strategies, right builds. But against Clem, I'm not sure how to win because he just out-micros, out-multitasks you every single game. So even if you're doing a clever strategy, good luck getting through it without getting out-microed and out-controlled. Now, that's unfortunate what Scarlett's experiencing here. He caused just enough chaos and damage in the early build-up. Those Banshees sneaking around her cheeky fake push-out. Doing really well. You can imagine if her creep spread a bit further from that outpost in every direction. Would have been really hard for him to clean up, even with scans. She's putting on a good fight of surviving. But at the end of the day, Clem's just got too much stuff. Takes a convincing game 1. All right, guys, nice game 1 for Clem. Going on to Winter Madness. Scarlett in the bottom right side. I loved her build. I thought it was very clever. This map, I think, is her map pick because it's relatively big and it's a relatively balanced map. But Yeah, it is kind of interesting because I think it's fascinating how best... Do you guys think... I wonder if best of 3 is actually the matchup that gets most affected by how much the map pool favors a certain matchup. Just because you have more vetoes, so you can take out the other player's good maps, and it like ends up often being the same 3 maps over and over. I think Winter Madness is like pretty balanced map between the two. I think Tourmaline's a bit Terran favored. I do wonder what map 3 is, because Scarlet doesn't veto White Rabbit. We know that, so I think it would be White Rabbit game 3. I'm trying to think like what other map. I think most pros don't want to play 10,000 feet. I love 10,000 feet as a Zerg. I think it's really fun. I'm pretty sure if I played a few games against Clem, I wouldn't love it anymore. And I'd be like, yeah, this map is not good for Zerg. Because on paper, it's really bad for Zerg. But I just find I have a lot of success with cheeky build orders on 10,000 feet. I think Clem would be a bit too in your face to let you get away with that stuff, though. SCV, very safe scout across the map. Scarlet just going hatch first. Don't forget to get your bets in. Actually, it's probably closed now. Yeah, I wonder if she could have hit just before 1-1 with 8 Ravages and 50 Zerglings. Like, yes, there's stim on the Marines, but if those Marines are in a ball, you surround 20 Marines with the 50 Zerglings, drop 1 or 2 Biles on top, Corrosive Bile 1 or 2 tanks at the same time, because you have 8 Biles. If you get 2 or 3 on the Marines and then 5 or 6 spread across the siege tanks, there's definitely a sneaky ambush there when Clem moves out that could absolutely roll him very suddenly. And none of the units are armored, so none take bonus damage from the siege tanks, even though it is a relatively fragile force. Only a single Zergling kill for Clem once again. Her opening has been solid. She's going to go for the double inject build, and she's going to take the garbage 3rd expansion. Oh, this is why you take the 3rd early, so they can't block you. Oh, no. That's awkward. That's really awkward, man. Reaper's jumping into the main. Okay. Reaper's going to be a bit of a nuisance. We do have extra barracks building at home, so it's going to be a 2-on-1 follow-up. 2 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport, Marines and medevacs. The name of the day. I always wonder this 2 Reaper opening. I'm always like, this is interesting. I don't think he realizes she's taking the garbage base. Because it's so rare for people to just take the garbage base. He's going to check it now, surely, but he doesn't actually check it. I think maybe he thought he did. I mean, he was not that close to it. Clem is, yeah, okay. The queens are going a bit far outside, though. That's a bit of a mistake. There are plenty of Zerglings at home, though. 9 Zerglings and a queen. These 2 queens coming back from the low ground could get a few hits. Don't want to lose a queen, though. Good dodge on the grenade. Link speed's almost done. Behind that, stim starts, reactor barracks lands, starts the marine production, starport's down, and of course the next 50 gas should go to the reactor, which he'll start up momentarily. Oh, he catches the drone rally. Dude, Clem's so good at StarCraft. Okay. Target the Reaper. Oh, she targeted the Reapers, though. You could see she targeted that queen on the damaged Reaper. Reactor was a little bit delayed at home, so that the medevacs won't be that early. And I think only 1 drone, 5 Zerglings. That's actually a really good defense for Scarlet. You can tell she's kind of like putting... Oh, the creep tumor blocking the queen. Jeez, get on Ozempic, you dumb queen. Did you see that? She's like, there's a giant gap, and she's like, I can't fit through. They need to make this map more accessible. I'm like, stop friggin' eating your In-N-Out all day, you McDonald's and stuff. Jeez. Jenny Craig or Ozempic or something. Come on, man. Yeah, we used to shout Jenny Craig, right? These days, if you got to lose weight, I guess it's Ozempic. 4th hatchery very early. Quick lair as well. I think she's going to drop a roach warren any moment now. Ozempic sponsored stream. I have been eating my birthday cheesecake every night for dinner. Like every night. And yeah, to be fair, I think it's all right. I think it's balanced out the calories. Probably don't need any Ozempic just yet, guys. The weight loss continues. We're on the right track. Turns out just eating all the protein and vegetables I need for like lunch and breakfast, and then I just get to eat a giant slice of cheesecake for dinner. Works out just fine. Balances out the calories. Marines coming forward. Queens and Lings are there on the left. So far, I think Scarlett's position would be best described as effing amazing, guys. Problem, no Roach Warren and no Infestation Pit, and that's a disaster. Because if you're just going to play Ling Infest Ultra, you need to have your gas up a little bit faster. Like, she's going to be stuck on Mass Zergling for a while. And that's really dangerous. She's also been a bit too greedy here. Oh, gosh. Alright, well, she only loses one queen. Could be worse. 80 drones is insane for a low gas, heavy mineral style. Little slow to pull the work as she's being caught. Just a bit too greedy here. You have to get ahead to beat Clem. Problem, if you try to get ahead, Clem's Marines always find way too much damage. This is the you know, the always losing I'm playing Clem in his EVT situation. You have to be greedy or you just can't compete in late mid game and late game. Most people don't even survive to late game, but also if you're too greedy, you lose on, you know, a bunch of drones and queens there. I think overall, she's towing the line of greed really well. 5th base going up. She's got a macro hatchery up. Infestation. She needs to go immediately for Hive and then 2 infestors. Hive. Okay, she only had a 2-second delay. That's pretty good. 1 infestor starts. The moment she hits more gas, she needs another one. And she needs Lings counter-attacking. You can't fight him front on. Scarlett, run. Ooh, she chases a little bit too far there. A bit slow to react. Loses about 10 Zerglings. 2nd infestor's on the way. She's got to send these Lings around. She cannot fight this front on. You have to pull him home. If she runs in, that'd be good. But he's got a tank and a Hellion. Never mind. He's got the safety tank on the high ground. What a virgin. This is the lol, run-bys are never going to do much damage. Siege tank. Every Zerg hates that tank on the high ground, man. Every Zerg hates that siege tank. If we could veto one move in a ZVT to beat Clem, we'd remove the tank on the high ground. We'd be like, screw you, man. I think she can surround this army and clear this pretty well. Especially if she lands a fungal. Unfortunately, she can't chain it, so she won't kill many of the Marines before they get saved. She gets like 3 or 4, which is not bad. She definitely should have killed the tank, though. Unfortunately, it's going to get saved because she hesitated. So him saving that tank's really nice. She's going to break some rocks. Hive's almost here. She's got 2-2 started, not far behind his 2-2. Now, the question is, does Clem turtle to late game, or does he try to kill her? I think he's going to try to kill her before Ultras are out. She's built 10 Overlords, so she just built in a laser of Overlords, guys. She has 21 Overlords. I'm not good with numbers. 21 times 8. Ooh, was that like 168, right? And then each hatchery is what, 6 supply? Of which she has a solid 6 of. 6 times 6, 36. Okay, she's pretty close to perfectly at max, actually. Some players build like 10 extra Overlords accidentally. Huge waste of minerals. She's done this really well, unfortunately. Clem's already split pushing. She wasn't ready for it, but the Lings could come in. Hellbats are a problem. She's got enough Lings to kill them. She's got to spread some Lings in the mineral line as well. Good up pickup. Oh, the Hellbats get dropped in the corner. The Lings will kill that Hellbat, and she's going to kill this mineral line as well, but at the same time, can she defend? Lings on the right side getting cleaned up by the Marine Widow Mine. Does she have enough Lings on the left? No, she doesn't. A lot of her Lings have gone down, and this is why it's so scary delaying that Hive, because you need the Ultras to defend this sort of push. She does do really well with chaining the Fungals. She needs Lings to finish it off. She's lost the base on the right side. Yes, she killed 22 workers, but I think those last drones she built was a bit too much. I think she needed to stop at 75, maximum 80 drones. Honestly, she only went to about 87. It doesn't seem like that big of a difference, but she also took 7 gases. I think she could have had maybe 10, 20 supply more Zerglings there. It's just crazy the amount of Zerglings you need, but when you don't have Banelings and you don't have these other units, you just need so much stuff. Unfortunately, she's back to 3 base. So 3 base Ultra, obviously not a big threat. Even though he's only on 58 workers and she can rebuild her hatcheries, you can see how she's struggling with dealing with the drops in the multi-prong as well. Clem's played against these styles a lot. Rayna's been spamming them. You know, Serral sometimes even mixes in the Ling Infested to Hive play. And as a result, all the tricky plays that used to catch Clem off guard, he's got so much practice against now. Amazing Fungal, but the Infestors do get blasted down. And Scarlett with some really cool builds. Any lesser Terrans struggles so friggin' hard here. Clem, though, is just so good at finding the weak spots, hitting from multiple angles, and just getting in to do the damage. GG, well played.